is Sean from Smile Empty Soul, and you're listening to J-Rock Podcast.
This is Zach Loy on tour with the band live. You are listening to J-Rock Podcast.
What's up, y'all? This is Austin from New Year's Day, and you're listening to J-Rock Podcast. Hey, this is Freddie from Everclear, and you're listening to J-Rock Podcast. Hey, this is Taki from Eve to Adam, and you're listening to J-Rock's Podcast. Bookmark it and turn it up.
You're listening to J-Rock Podcast. Okay, guys, tonight is a very special night. I am getting to talk to a role model. You guys might know him as the lead singer of Puddle of Mud, Wes Scantlin. And guys, I just can't even, some of the words, I'm so pumped. This band has been one of my favorite bands since the beginning. I have so many questions for Wes. I'm so excited. I hope you guys are excited. I know I've received all kinds of messages about this. It's a huge moment for J-Rock Podcast. I want to give a shout out to his sister Blake, which is his manager, for hooking us up. I want to give a shout out to DNS agency for forwarding my email and making this happen. Guys, this is the night of his album release, so this is such a big deal. This is an exclusive episode. This is the one episode that he is doing tonight during the album release, so this is really big. I'm just so pumped. So, guys, we're going to have to sum this up kind of quick, this opening intro, because I got to get to this. He has a show to play for his album release, so let's do this kind of fast. Okay, let's get into this. Let me give a shout out to my sponsors. We have Rock City Cake Company, located in Charleston, West Virginia. The phone number is 681-265-9154. Guys, go to them for the best sweets around. Bypass Pharmacy, 304-752-1445. Best pharmacy, they will treat you like family. Go there. Hillbilly Fire Pit, Man, West Virginia, 304-583-7378. Best Pizza, Crab Ragoons. Guys, check them out. Give them your business. We have Transamerica Life Insurance, located in Logan, West Virginia. Give them a call, Rebecca or Daniel Pennington, 304-687-2311. We have Atomic Comics, guys, 304-688-9432. They have the best collectibles around. If they don't have it, they can get it for you. Check all these sponsors out. They are more than helpful. Okay, so Wes will be calling me here in just a minute. Guys, I'm super pumped. I've been listening to their new album as soon as it was released at midnight. And guys, let me tell you, it has some major hits. I mean, this is the Puddle of Mud that we love and know, and if you don't know Puddle of Mud, you need to check it out. They have this one song on there that it's so awesome. It's called Sunshine, and guys, it is so good. So good. They have so many other ones on there too. Just check them out. This CD, excellent work. Wes is back. He is better than ever. I want to give a little insight about Puddle of Mud. Guys, they're an American rock band. They formed in 1991. The band has been selling, millions of albums, and they've had a lot of number one mainstream hits, rock singles in the United States. I could go on and on. They have songs such as, She Hates Me. I'm going to censor that out a little bit. Blurry, Psycho, Living on Borrowed Time. I mean, Drift to Die. There's so many good hits that Wes has put out. And I'm so thankful that, Puddle of Mud they're just back in the game, guys. They're killing it. I'm so pumped, hoping to see them on tour. Wes, I know you guys have heard a lot of mixed things about Wes, and, he's a rocker. I mean, plain and simple, he's a rocker, and he has that rock and roll lifestyle, and he is doing so good for himself. I'm so pumped for this opportunity to talk to him. This is, like I said, this is a role model. Ever since, I saw him first play that Gibson that he plays, that Gibson Les Paul. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted that same identical Gibson Les Paul just to be, just like him. So he's a role model. This is just amazing. I hope all you guys are ready, locked and loaded, because he will be calling here in just a minute. So, okay guys, this is J-Rock. We are here with Wes from the rock band Puddle of Mud. The band just had their album release, and guys, this new album is absolute fire. Wes, do you want to say hey to everyone?
Hey, what's up all you awesome people out there? It's Wes Scantlin, Puddle of Mud.
Guys, I just have to say, first of all, before we even get started, Wes, thank you for taking the time to do this. I really appreciate it more than you know.
No worries, man, no problems.
One of my first podcast episodes was with Scott of Saving Abel, and I got to talking to Scott, and I was like, listen, if I ever can get the opportunity to talk to Wes of Puddle of Mud, you got to help me make that happen, because he's such a huge role model. So now here we are, and man, it's just so surreal.
I love that guy, man. I hope he's doing well.
So Wes, tell me a little bit about, how did you get into the music world, the music scene? When did you first start playing?
I started playing guitar when I was about 12 years old, and I was trying to basically figure out how to do Eddie Van Halen solos, and I wasn't getting very good at doing that, and I was kind of sucking. So my mom, heard me over the months of trying to get down these solos and play Eddie Van Halen type guitar, and she just came downstairs and she said, hey, maybe you should write your own songs, and from that day forth, I was like, she's like, you can't play Eddie Van Halen solos, so start writing your own songs, do your own stuff. And that's when my mom basically, pushed me into becoming a songwriter. And I was already interested in trying to start bands, but it's pretty hard to start a band. Where I was growing up, there's not a lot of people that were, really, that wasn't their thing. So it was hard to kind of get a band started. But yeah, I just started writing songs, and, hey man, I've been writing ever since.
Something I always wondered, and I have to ask is, Puddle Mud, where did this band name come from?
Well, the first rehearsal hall for Puddle of Mud, it was in the flat in the bottoms in Kansas City, Missouri, underneath the Broadway Bridge in downtown Kansas City, and we had this old building, and that's basically where Puddle of Mud was basically created at, and it was a flood. We were right by the levee. We happened to be on the second floor, so we didn't get flooded per se, like our actual practice hall, because everything was up on the second floor, but anything about 9 to 10 feet, down or up, everything about 9 or 10 feet was all just wiped out. So we were basically having to just pretty much wait till the water receded, just a couple of weeks or whatever, maybe a week, I don't know, but we had to pull through a humongous puddle of mud, to get to practice.
Wow, man, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm so glad that didn't hinder you guys, because some people, like, a slight inconvenience can, cause people to just give up and stuff. I'm glad you guys continued on.
Yeah, I mean, it was only, like, I guess, $80 a month, for the practice hall, so that was definitely incentive. We were all broke anyway,
Definitely, man. Can you tell us a little bit about, like, a practice for Puddle of Mud? Like, do you do the instrumentals beforehand? I know albums, you might change up your practices a little bit. Can you just tell us a little bit about that, and maybe a little bit about how this new album was made, which I love?
Yeah, the new album was just a collaboration of, a long amount of, there were a lot of years. There were songs that were written way, way back. There were songs that were written sort of kind of a little bit ways back. There were songs that were written like recently, but, big, happy collaboration of songwriters and artists that I've had the pleasure to work with and over the years, and it's exciting to have all this, just have this record come out. It's really amazing, and I'm getting started on doing the next record already.
Wow, man, I love hearing that. That's awesome, very awesome. Let me follow up with, what do you enjoy the most about being a professional musician? What do you enjoy the most about it?
Well, I really enjoy just being able to pick up an acoustic guitar and just start fiddling around and writing something, right off the top of my head. I really do. You got to get get some pen and paper and just sit down, and usually I like to do it alone. I'll try to branch out and maybe work with other people immediately when it first starts, but a lot of the time I'm just right there starting it,
I love it, man. I feel like that's always a good way to start it, just picking up an acoustic and then just adding to it, going from there. I love that. Absolutely.
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with going and just cranking your amp up and pissing everybody off, whoever lives with you. My mom didn't really care, so I could just crank it. I had like a drum set and a bass amp and a bass, and I had a guitar. They weren't the greatest of instruments or greatest equipment, but it served its purpose.
See, I'm happy for you. See, I always got yelled at personally, but I'm not Wes, so that's a reason.
Yeah, but it's ruined dozens of relationships of mine.
Tell me a little bit about how do you go about daily life with the music, the band, man, Puddle of Mud? Like, do you find it really difficult with scheduling, like making daily routines happen? Like,
yeah, right now it's been so busy. I've had a couple of things with my health a little bit. Like, I got bit by a tick last week and a half ago, and I didn't know it was in the top of my head. So it was in there sucking on my brain juice.
oh, man.
And you gotta get, I tried to scratch it out, but its head was still in there, so it made me feel all weird and stuff, so I had to go to the hospital. And the doctor dug the tick all the way out of my head on the top. I couldn't do anything about it because it was on the top of my head, so the doctor did a great job and gave me some antibiotics and, just told me to keep taking a shower and, put the soap and water on it. But, it kind of freaked me out a little bit. I guess, I don't know, I guess like Lyme disease. I guess you can get Lyme disease.
Yeah, man, that's a scary thing, definitely. Ticks are
scary.
It
was kind of freaky. So I just walked to the hospital and went in there, and they dug it out of there and gave me some antibiotics. So I'm feeling a lot better now.
Man, I have to say, if I'd been working at that hospital and I saw you coming in, I'd be like, whoa, shut everything down. We all got to help this guy.
Yeah, but no, they were really great doctors. They all helped out amazingly, and they were just totally cool.
Very good, man. Let me ask you, if you could change anything, I know this is slightly a controversial question, if you could change anything about the music industry today, what would it be? Because I know a lot of things have changed.
I have no clue. I mean, theft, I guess, musical theft, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's a big thing. But honest people are, really cool, and they buy records, and this is a whole record. So, it's only $10 anyway. $10 now, you buy a record, and I'd do that for sure.
Definitely agreed. Let me ask you this: as far as your role models when you were playing music, I know you said Eddie Van Halen, which you got to have Eddie Van Halen. Name me some other role models that you looked up to.
I looked up to a lot of different people as role models in my music. You got just growing up listening to everything. Even anything from Motown to hip hop to rock and roll to even a little bit of country. My mom was a little bit country and I was a little bit rock and roll. So, and she sang little piece of every genre of music, you know, and it inspired me. You know, grunge was one big, huge thing because it was so simple to me. You know, they could write such a simple song with a great melody and some great lyrics, like Nirvana and Alice in Chains and, you know, Pearl Jam and Soundgarden and all those, you know, all those grunge bands. Prince was a huge, huge influence. You know, just you know, Zeppelin and everybody. I mean, you know, Jimi Hendrix and, you know, they go on forever. Even Madonna. I mean, Madonna was influential because, you know, when we were kids, we used to be break dancers, and, you know, we'd watch like the break fight movie, break dance movies and stuff, and we used to break dance and have our own break crew, and we'd just dance. We used to just dance. Me and my brother and all of our friends, we just freaking dance all the time. So if there's a message I can send to everybody, hey man, if you're feeling like crap, just get up and start dancing.
I love that, man. I think that's some solid advice too, especially, you know, people, you know, barely making it through the week, and, you know, it's Friday, which it is Friday the 13th, but still, you know, it's Friday. So I have to ask you, you know, this album release on Friday the 13th, was this planned?
Our new record label, Pavement Records, are a bunch of just amazing, awesome people. Mm-hmm. Thank God that, you know, we're working together with them, and, you know, it's a collaborational type of a thing. They know what they're doing, and, you know, you gotta believe in your label. So, they're doing a great job.
I love it, man, and I gotta say, you know, I'm pretty excited to hopefully see you guys on tour soon. Can you tell me, you know, some things about, you know, this tour, supporting this new album? Can you give us a little insight?
Well, we're definitely being able to, you know, do it ourselves now, and you know, we got Mudfest, we got bands. We're gonna have more different bands in the future. We're just gonna keep building the Mudfest, and you know, keep just doing records and playing music and touring our brains out as we've been doing. You know, we've been touring really a lot, so. And it's real fun. Sometimes it's a little bit exhausting, I guess you could say. You know, a little over exertion.
Yeah, definitely could see that. What do you think is probably the biggest thing that you've had to overcome in the music industry?
You know, I think just somehow you know, unmagically, like, you just maybe get, you know, in the wrong kind of scene, and it really, you know, watch out who you hang out with. I mean, you know, I really had to change my playgrounds and my playmates, and, you know, I've been doing really, really well for like the last 2 years, and everything's going great, and, you know, I'm happy to be healthy again. You know, it feels great to be a healthy man.
Man, I'm so happy about that for you. So happy. I can't even tell you how happy that makes me. This new album, guys, if you haven't checked it out, the new album is just fire. As soon as it hit midnight, you know, I was listening first thing. You know, I got on Amazon. I got to get that actual, you know, that physical copy though. You know, I'm one of those type of people. But man, you're killing it. Absolutely killing it. And I've seen where you've been doing a lot of interviews, and I've seen already reviews on the album, and people are, you know, giving you major props, and I just have to say, you know, it's all deserved. You are doing great, and I love it.
I really appreciate it big time, Jason. Thank you so much.
Let me ask you a couple more questions, and I'll let you go. I know you're a busy dude, and, you know, I appreciate this, you know, getting the opportunity for tonight with your big album release. I mean, it's so huge, so huge. Let me ask you, as far as touring, can you give me maybe a funny story that's happened to you on tour? This is a question I tend to ask near the end of interviews now, and man, I can't tell you how many funny ones I have heard.
You know what? The funniest ones I ever have to tell anybody about is not timing out going to the bathroom at the right time. Sometimes, man, your diet's a little bit weird on tour, So I've been stuck in a couple of elevators just creaming in my jeans.
Oh man.
You know, and ended up in my room and just getting butt naked and jumping in the shower with just gross dick all over me, and then I had to call the front desk and have them go buy me some boxer shorts and some new jeans because I didn't have my bag with me at the time when I was walking into the hotel. So I didn't really make it to the room in time.
Touring struggles, man.
A little bit, yeah. Sometimes it happens.
Man, this has been an awesome interview. Do you have time for a couple more questions?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
All right. So outside of that, your big tour, this album, are there some certain inspirations that really push you, some certain songs? Can you give us some insight on that, on this album? For example, you have that, Sunshine, the song, man, the song is so catchy and it's so good. Can you give us some insight on any of the songs on this new album?
Yeah, Sunshine is about being, what is it, isolation or whatever it is. They put you in the hole or whatever for I don't know, they put you in the hole for 23 hours and then give you an hour of sunshine every day. So, I wrote that about a friend of mine who told me about his incarceration and stuff. And unfortunately, but maybe fortunately, I got to actually kind of sort of live a little bit of what he was saying, but I didn't have it as bad as he did.
Man, I can feel it in that song and the other songs too, man. It's so good. Furthering that, with this new album, do you guys think that you'll be, I have to ask this personally for myself, do you think you'll be coming close to West Virginia, possibly, or Ohio? Because that's where I'm going to see you guys at.
Yeah, we was just up there, man. We've been touring our brains out, and we're definitely going to keep going and touring, and we'll probably get up there by you guys for sure, yeah, man.
All right, good deal. Well, Wes, I appreciate it, and I'm going to let you, say one thing. And I know the answer to this personally, but I'll let you say it. How can they access your music? I know you're on all digital streaming services. I got the album on Amazon, and I'm, going to get that physical copy. And how can they access, your fans get tickets for upcoming shows? Where do they need to go to?
Yeah, they go to the Puddle Mud touring page.
All right, guys. Puddle Mud touring page. Just check it out. Get tickets. Can they get tickets at the gate as well?
Yeah, I think there's always some tickets available. We also have these pre-ordered cards, record cards. You can get and just download the record. Just give $10 and you get a whole kind of credit card thing, and then you just enter the code and blam, you got the record.
All right, guys, you heard it. Guys, if you don't already have this record, you're living under a rock. You need to get this record. This is true Puddle of Mud material. It is awesome. Wes, thank you for doing this, man. You have my complete support. I would love to send you a J-Rock Podcast t-shirt if you can shoot me an address where I can send it to you.
I'm always on tour. Or you can talk to my sister. Yeah, you can send it to my sister.
Okay, all right, I will do that. And Wes, man, I would love to interview you again in the near future if that would be possible. Love to hear from you again.
Yeah, just get a hold of my sister, man, Blake Scantlin. She's running a lot of the stuff now, and she got her brother's back.
You have a good sister, man, and I'm very happy. Keep rocking, keep making those good tunes, keep changing the world, dude. You're awesome.
Thank you, man.
All right, thank you, Wes.